just talk about, travel and how travel makes the world such a beautiful place. And travel is a wonderful business. And I'm going to be looking at the business aspect of traveling. Now, a lot of people, don't look at what goes into like, you know, um, the flight itinerary, that if you're working with a travel agent, what to look for with that travel agent. So this is the business part of Travel Secrets Revealed. How much money should you spend if you're going to be spending money to, travel. Some of these travel agents do get a percentage. Sometimes they ask you, the customer, to pay for it or the client. And sometimes they get paid directly from, I guess, the resorts or whatever they're involved with. So you want to be able to look at that and just make sure that it's a fair market value that you're being charged. Also, some of these countries require, if you're going to be traveling, depending on where you're going, you're going to be required to have like a visa. What the cost of the visa is. I remember Cuba, you would be required to get a visa. Russia, some of these other countries, you are required to have a visa to enter them. If you're coming from the United States, if you're coming from another country, then you have to know the laws around that and what you'll need when you're traveling to these places. I know for me, there's quite a few places where I was required to have a visa, and I was told ahead, don't book your ticket until you're close to that time when you're supposed to get your visa, because if you're denied and you've already purchased a ticket, I mean, unless I'm sure the airlines will give you time to get refunded, but sometimes I don't. And most of the tickets I buy, I know I don't. I try to get a good, a better rate or better price for it. So sometimes there are, limitations to when you can actually apply for or request a refund on these things. So we look at, you want to look at the business aspect of it. And sometimes they have promotions, like, you have some of these hotels that are offering promotions to you as well. And then we have to be really careful about, package deals, because sometimes they're not cracked up to what they're. I've been burnt like twice by that, by purchasing something in a package type of way, and then I wasn't able to take the trip, and then I ended up losing money. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of these offers, whether it be promotional or whether it be some other type of means of getting from one place to the next. Yeah, Travel Secrets will reveal all of that to you. We'll go over, the do's and don'ts of package deals and traveling with others. If you're traveling with others, like children, if you're traveling with other, family members, and make sure that you're traveling with people that you can get along with. I mean, I've been through that experience, um, where I've traveled and, I thought we would get along, and then somewhere mid-trip something happens, and it's like, oh my God, here we are. I could have had this argument at home. Why am I here thousands of miles away having this argument? And if you're, so I mean, things happen, and conflicts happen, but again, everything is resolvable. So you want to make sure that if whomever you're traveling with, that you're able to get along with that person, and you're able to cohabitate, whether it's going to be for a week or two or more in the same living space. And if you're traveling with children, the do's and don'ts and what you should have when you're traveling with your children. I know, there's a lot to be covered here because there's so many things to explore. There's so many beautiful places to see. There's so many things that I would, recommend, just from my own personal experience. And of course, there's others who have traveled, who've traveled before and will travel after, that will have their advice. And and of course, you'll have an opportunity to comment, like if you have specific questions about, if you have specific questions about, places and things that you would want me to talk, elaborate more upon, there's I'll have an email that you can, and of course there's the chat box where you can leave your chats and so on. So I look forward to, having this wonderful experience with everyone. And, again, I'm here. I'm glad that you're a part of, that you've chosen to come in and, watch some of these videos, and share your experience. I'd love to hear your experience as well. And if you have any recommendations as well, I'd love to hear that, because it's an open forum. I don't want people to feel like they can't communicate. And at some point, I'll be doing lives from some of these locations, and inviting others to join on these lives so that we can discuss. If you happen to be in the same town, or if you happen to have been here before, or if there's other things that that you want to share, I'll be open to that too as well. So I want to, again, thank you all. This is Travel Secrets Revealed. Today is November 22nd, 2014, and I am just so excited to be a part, and to have you be a part of my travel experiences. And I'd love to hear about your travel experiences as well. And again, we are here to give you tips and tricks and guidance, and we look forward to your feedback and your viewership.